Hello, my name is Mr. Chamberlain. I teach 5th grade along with Mr. Sumner and Mr. and Mrs. Manning. Today we're going to talk about God's amazing creation and the chicken egg and the chicken and the chicks that hatch from that. You may have heard some people ask, what came first, the chicken or the egg? And in 5th grade we study a lot of the Bible and we study science and how those things integrate together. And the Bible teaches us all kinds of amazing things about God and the creation. In Genesis, in chapter 1, on day 6, God created animals, and He created the land animals, created the chicken, which would have come first before the egg. And God made the chicken and being able to make eggs for the chicken in amazing complicated ways. So this is a bowl of warm water, and there are a couple little air bubbles coming up from here that show that there's lots and lots of holes in the eggshell. And God created it that way so when the chick is inside there, that the chick can breathe and get air in and get some waste products and things out. There's around 10,000 different little miniature holes inside the chicken egg. And you may think, how many parts are there to a chicken egg? And you may think that there's 3. Commonly known as the eggshell and the white and the yolk. But there are actually a lot more. There's 10 main parts that we're going to talk about today. This was a hard-boiled egg that I hard-boiled and cut open earlier. And there's a membrane here that you can kind of see, this little thin part of the membrane, kind of a shiny part there. And there's 2 different membranes. And then there's also this area here that, on this diagram of the egg shows, which is the air sac. And that is what helps the chick as it's growing and developing. It gets bigger and bigger till it fills up almost the entire space of the egg. And it does things exactly on each day that God created it, so it will do different things. And on day 19, it has a little tooth on the edge of its beak that it will poke a hole in that air sac when it runs out of air. And would die otherwise, and there's enough air in that little sac for 6 more hours of air. And the chick will breathe that air in, catch its breath somewhat, and then it will poke a hole in the outer part of the shell to be able to get air from the outside. And then it will breathe more and be growing a little bit more in day 20, and then day 21 will hatch and come out. So now we're going to open the egg, and we'll crack it open, put it in this dish, and look at some of the other parts of the egg. So this is the egg in the dish here, and the white of the egg actually has 2 different parts. There's a thinner part that's more clear here, that's more thin, and then this thicker part that's called the thick albumin. And then there's the egg yolk, you can see, and then this white part that's kind of the stringy part over here is called the chalaza, and this picture kind of shows how it acts kind of like a bungee cord on each part of the yolk, keeping the yolk from being bumped in, along the sides of the egg if it were to be, moved or jostled. And then there's a small little white portion there, that's the germinal disc on the egg yolk, that is where the chick begins to develop and grow. So God created the chicken egg with all those amazing parts, all working perfectly together in concert, with amazing design so that the chicks could grow. God created lots of His creation in this way with all kinds of amazing design. We can have faith and know that God is our creator, and we can praise Him for His amazing and wonderful creation.